Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gooner Gathering for tonight's quite brief pre-recorded stream, just to go over what the managers of both the men's and the women's side have had to say in the press conferences for the games over the weekend. Of course, I'll start with Mikel Arteta, and of course we play in the Premier League on Saturday night, 7:30 kickoff. Of course, you'll see that one. If you want to watch me and Posh Bertie would do the watch along, we'll be on air from about 7:20. Just out of the press conference, really, the only thing he had to say about the players, really, in terms of people being available and anything, he mentioned Jurriën Timber, and he will be playing in the under-21 side against Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park on Monday night. Arteta said he looks really good in training, but that's the last step now. And in terms of that, that's great. Then if he gets a bit of proper game time, we can sort of kind of assess him from there. And according to the Arsenal.com, Arteta is saying that the rest of the team are all good. That's what Mikel says now. I kind of interpret that as he's putting his cards a bit close to his chest here. We sort of alluded on the stream yesterday, on the live yesterday, that we feel it's probably a good idea to make some changes into that squad. But according to Mikel, there are no real injuries to talk about. So at least that's a positive, and especially when maybe a slight question mark on Tomiyasu when he came off. I know they were sort of hinting that he might have taken a bit of a knock, but it seems all good. I'm just going to refer to my phone a little bit to sort of skim through what else I can see. Obviously, talks about the last week not being probably the best one of his Arsenal career, but the focus is obviously where it needs to be. In 6 games left in the Premier League, and with Manchester City not playing in the league, it's a chance for us to at least get back on the field, and it's a chance for us to get another 3 points. Not dismissing Wolves at all, because they're a very good team themselves. But as Arteta says here, I'll quote him directly, the context is clear. If we win, we go top of the league. That's the context. If we don't need anything else to be motivated, to go to that game with our minds clear and our purpose is very, very clear. So Arteta saying the right things there, I think. He touches, of course, on the sad news of the former chairman, Sir Chips Kenswick, passing away. And believe he was, Arteta was the captain when he was chairman, and he obviously knew him very well. So it's a sad loss, and he'd done a lot of things for the football club, says Arteta. So, yeah, may he rest in peace. Thoughts, of course, with his family there. What else does he say? And he of course, he says a little bit about Timber, and when he returns to the team, obviously you can play both sides at fullback, which obviously will be a big boost. To have a player to have multiple positions, it's a very useful commodity to have in the modern game. It kind of compares the blip that we're having with what happened last year, and it just is what it is. You know, I suppose the question is, how do you respond to adversity? I think that's probably the best way I can put it. And it's just about showing up at Molineux tomorrow and hopefully going about it the right way. He's not even thinking about the negative result. Again, that's the mentality it should be. He does touch on the FA Cup a little bit, and of course the news about the replay is disappearing. I won't go into that too much right now, because I want to talk to Bertie about that tomorrow on the live stream, being that he's an Ebbsfleet fan as well. Obviously, that's the team closer to his heart. It kind of affects the team sort of in that lower echelon of the Football League as well. And I think it's important to get his his point of view on that. This is an interesting one. Does Mikel regret not giving certain players more game time? I suppose if you compare minutes to, how some of our top players have played compared to some of the City players, obviously with the City squad that they have, there's clearly a lot more rotation. And there's maybe a lot higher difference in quality of squad, I think, is probably the best word I want to use. Not so, what I'm saying is with the Arsenal, I think it's still a bit of a work in progress kind of thing, if you get what I mean. We talk about with City having several players to have in several positions. Mikel says, possibility. It's always going to come back when you lose a game. You go have a result like we did against Brighton. No one thinks any more of it, and then of course you lose against Aston Villa and Bayern Munich, and then people are already, getting the stats out, and then they're throwing them around social media and stuff. So, that's fair. He does comment actually on how well Gary O'Neill was done, and of course he came into the position Wolves, quite late into the pre-season, not too far off the start of the campaign, and he's done incredibly well. They coached very well. Really good side, and it's going to be tough tomorrow. So I think that's probably about all I want to cover with the men's side of things for now. I will just sort of talk briefly about on the women's side of things, because Arteta and Eidevall was in front of the cameras as well today. We have the fixture on Sunday against Leicester City. That is actually going to be broadcast live on Arsenal.com. It won't be on the television. So if you want to see that, that's probably the best place to watch it. There's several players that have been talked about here. Eidevall was talking about when we played Bristol City having quite a depleted squad in that one, and we can see quite a few players potentially returning to the squad here. I suppose the headline one is the ongoing story, of course, with Frida Marnham, who we all know what went on. She's had intensive testing following the incident that happened in the Conti Cup final against Chelsea. They've been monitoring her, and all things going well, it sounds like she's going to be involved in the squad against Leicester. Kyra Courtney-Cross looks like she could be involved, as is Cordina. Viv Miedemar has been mentioned in the conversation. Not far from returning into the squad. Couple of players that are going to be out by the looks of it. Leah Walty sounds like, I think she's got a knee injury. She might be done for the season. And Lena Hurting is away with personal reasons, so we might not see her. We're running out of games in the WSL, and again, it's an opportunity on Sunday to see how we get on and how we respond on a couple of decent games we've had after the Conti Cup final and the Bristol City game. So maybe the women can continue their good form. So I think that is just about all I want to say this Friday evening. It's been a very long week in our household, and it's been a busy week on Gooner Gathering. So it's time to do the plug-in. So I mentioned Bertie goes to see Ebbsfleet quite regularly. Well, tomorrow Ebbsfleet are on the television, and Bertie and his dad are going to do the watch-along against Boreham Wood, I believe. So check Posh Bertie's YouTube channel out for that one. And at 7:20, we are going to be live here on Gooner Gathering to go through the Wolverhampton Wanderers against Arsenal. That's going to be an experience, perhaps. On Sunday, I am looking into the potential idea of maybe doing Liverpool versus Fulham, and obviously either Sunday or Monday, I will try and get a WSL report from that match we just mentioned against Leicester City. But that's just about it from me for now. Of course, you can find me at Goonerly Meads on X. You can find the channel at Gooner Gathering. Before you leave us this evening, please make sure you hit that like button, and please make sure you're subscribed to the channel as we continue to fight our way to get to 300 subs. So yes, that's just about us done for this evening. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.